Hello and welcome to this very special show. We are focusing on the market in the context of the budget, which is not very far away. A lot of expectations from this one after what the government has done over the last couple of weeks. We've got a very special guest joining in. Suresh Mahadevan is Head of India Equities at UBS Securities. He's with me to talk about what he's thinking and how he's thinking about this budget. Thanks very much, Suresh. Great to have you with us here.
Thank you.
I just want to start by asking you, do you really think this budget in a way is make or break for equities here? Because a lot of people are projecting this budget in that way. This has to be a continuation of what the government started in September 2012 in terms of reforms, etc. Or you think this won't be that significant?
See, I think budget is always one day, but it's a great signaling mechanism. It has been in the past. And I think, the finance minister has shown a lot of intent, I think, so far. I think it's been very clear that when he has gone on the offensive in terms of taming the fiscal deficit, projecting what India would like to do in terms of the various reforms, etc. So clearly there are expectations that are built. And my sense is obviously he'll stick to his 5.3 for FY13 and 4.8 for FY14. And that probably is a given. But I think the details we'll have to see. I think from a foreign investor perspective, maybe people are looking at a roadmap for various things like GST, which would make things a lot more efficient. People are looking at how he is going to widen the tax base, whether it is through direct tax code or otherwise. So those are some things I think foreign investors will be looking out for, because the fiscal deficit, as I said, I think that probably the surprise element is kind of gone.
Okay.
Now, clearly being a budget ahead of the elections, I do think there will be some doses of populism probably. And maybe I think cash transfer may dominate that, which is actually a good thing, because that does bring a lot of efficiency. But we've done some work on the cash transfers, and I think what we find is this increasing efficiency may actually hit the consumption a little bit, because it is the middle class which has been beneficiaries of the leakages. So we'll have to wait and see how, what else is there apart from the direct cash transfers in terms of other populist measures ahead of an election. So, I think those are the things people will be watching out for.
That's interesting. You're saying that increase in efficiencies actually might hit consumption. I'll get to that in a bit more detail in a bit, but let's just start with how do you think the market is positioned with this budget? Because, things have improved. Sentiment has picked up. Some would say sentiment has picked up too far ahead of what the reality on the ground is. But what's your sense?
See, I think markets typically are forward-looking, unfortunately. So I think, last year India might have had a very bad year in terms of actual economic data per se. But having said that, I think markets are up, right? The currency itself was reasonably stable. So I'm not too sure whether, expectations are too much ahead of reality or no, because market is always forward-looking, and equities particularly, unless you are forward-looking, it's very difficult to buy into a growth market such as India. So having said that, I think, markets have clearly seen since September an important change at the margin with respect to the government's intent. That is number one. That has also coincided with, of course, central bank action around the world, whether it is US, ECB, in terms of providing liquidity, which increases risk appetite.
Right.
Unfortunately for us, it hasn't resulted in commodity prices going up. So to that extent, money has flown in, there's no doubts. But it may continue to flow in because valuations are still attractive. We are still trading below 14 times FY14. And in good times, Indian markets have even traded at 18, 20 times. So there is still headroom for markets to move up, especially if the government continues its momentum.
Okay.
Particularly with the budget being an important signaling mechanism. So I don't think that things have gotten way too ahead and we need to worry about a correction. And of course, consolidation is part and parcel of market. But I do think there is enough headroom for the markets to move up further, especially if the government continues to
surprise
yes.
or deliver, actually. Okay, let me just ask you, do you think the budget would be reform oriented or it would be populist in that sense?
I think it will be a mix of both, because clearly I think the finance minister has support from senior leadership in Congress to push through whatever he is pushing through. So, I mean, it has to be, I think, ahead of elections, it has to have some elements of populism in terms of, doing something for the mass electorate, part of which could be direct cash transfer, which benefits the poor. But I think people will be curious to see what are the other parts, particularly in the budget. And as I said, I think, the fiscal deficit, probably he sticks to that. But I think people will be interested in figuring out some of the longer term trends.
There are those, Suresh, who believe that a lot of the thesis is that reforms will continue because the government is very focused on 2014 elections and winning 2014 elections. And the way to go about doing that, according to the government now, is essentially fixing the economy, bringing confidence back in the broader economy. How does that have a bearing on what this budget? I mean, if that is true, and if you think that is true, I mean, then what do you think the budget is going to be like? I mean, then perhaps it's not going to be all that populist, focused.
No, it will have elements of populism, I definitely think.
What do you think? What kind of elements?
No, I think it has to have something for the masses. I mean, direct transfer could be part of that in a big way, but there could be other elements, I definitely think. And I do believe, yes, I think, given for most part of this UPA regime, the inflation has been high and economic growth has been hit. Maybe that is one way, if you can get the economy back on track and maybe control inflation. Maybe that is one way the Congress or the UPA increases the chances of getting re-elected, perhaps. But it's too early to kind of.
Yeah.
So maybe that is the pitch.
No, but if that is the thought process, then I mean, that might as well be the case.
Yeah, I think definitely the finance minister, as I said earlier, he has support from senior Congress leadership. And I think he has shown a tremendous amount of intent in terms of whether it is reducing the fiscal deficit, whether the government's ability to push through certain things, whether it is FDI, whether it is, setting up the single window clearance. So certainly actions since September have surprised people. Now the important element is, at the same time, we all know this is the budget before the elections. So to that extent, I do expect there is an element of
populism.
Yeah. There has to be something in it.
There has to be something.
But I think as long as the fiscal deficit numbers are there, as long as some of the other stuff, because look at the government's expenditure numbers came out recently. October to December of this year versus last year, as in 2012 versus 2011, it's flat, which basically tells you, I think the finance ministry and the government is reasonably serious about fiscal consolidation. And again, this may have some impact on the economic growth, as I said earlier, because if the government is not spending, I think in the GDP equation.
But does that mean that he's creating room so that he can put larger expenditure numbers in the budget?
No, not necessarily. I think his clear aim is fiscal, because I think the central bank wants it, foreign investors want it.
Right.
It makes the currency a lot more stable. See, India is a capital deficient country. I think we all know that. And I think by obviously the depreciation which had happened in the last 18 months or so, I think we have become a very competitive currency.